pretty quickly, so to give you the appropriate amount of time.
All right, guys, well, welcome aboard.
You look great.
Thanks. Well, you know, it's a big production here. I got all these lights on me. I got a cameraman and all good. So Bill Plegeman is actually behind the scene here helping me out. Everybody knows Bill. Bill does a great job. Usually does most of the presentations. But I want to be here today basically just to go over this product called QuickLine that you guys done pretty well with us, but we're trying to do this around the country. So first of all, welcome to our Amerlux showroom, guys. I'm standing in front of the QuickLine booth. So anyway, I have something set up already for the QuickLine. But I sent out a virtual presentation for you guys, so it's just really, you just click on it. So if you want to send that to architects, designers, whatever, it's really just follow the arrow and you could walk through our showroom with just the arrow, showing you a little different vignettes. So we are planning on something. I've been speaking with some of your quote guys about coming to the showroom. So we're back in the office June 1st. New York City opens up July 1st. I don't know if anybody's seen the playoff game yesterday. I was stunned with the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. There was 15,000 people in the seats, which felt like it was 2 years ago to me. So anyway, we're opening up, and we really like to get you guys out here and do a showroom tour if it's just you guys or the customers. So really what I want to talk about, and you guys kind of know about it, but I just want to bring it back, and really that is the QuickLine product. So as you know, we have it in 1.5. Direct, indirect, and also the 2-inch version. So I'm going to talk about the 1-inch version, 1.5-inch version, but as you know, this is just a 2-inch version, so it's just a little bit wider. It mimics the linear line. So 1.5 linear 1.5 QuickLine. We want to do a QuickLine blitz to all you guys, not just the contractors, but designers as well. And at the end, we'll talk about how to specify this. I know I've heard from not just you guys, but out in the field, from specifiers, that's a little bit difficult to specify. So Bill and Sean Hawthorne are revising some of the spec sheets so you guys can see, can try just spec it easier. So let's just start with the 1.5. This, to me, this was always the best kept secret, the linear 1.5. So this is, I just took it out of the box. So you guys see how it comes. This is the linear 1.5 with the, I'm using a 2-foot version here. It's really 4, 6, and 8 feet. As you guys know. I just want to start by saying how it gets done. So as you guys know, it's a 5-day ship plan. We had it at 3 days, but a lot of the customers, contractors, architects didn't really need it in 3 days. So it's 5 days from Oakland, New Jersey here. No drawings needed. That to me is the biggest thing I think we have to really let the, not just contractors, but specifiers know that there's no drawings needed. So you guys know how long it takes sometimes to get drawings specified, approved. It takes a long time sometimes. So this is a quick ship product with no drawings needed. And the biggest thing to a contractor is a contractor does not have to take this fixture apart. As you can see behind me, everything is middle of the run. That's exactly how it comes. So here's a fixture just showing you middle of the run fixtures, right as we know it. So as you can see, you got your lens. This is just a direct version. Here's your fixture, your power coming out, and then the power coming down. So in a situation like this, say you were going to do an 8-foot run, 16-foot run. So what you would do is you'd order 2 8-foot fixtures, correct? 2 8-foot fixtures, 1 set of end caps, and as you can see on here, I hope you guys can see this on the end cap. You have this little luminant film. So what that luminant film does is it blocks any kind of light leak that would come out if it's not installed correctly. The screw on the top, so I'll show you how to install it in a minute, and then the 2 red tape, double-sided sticky tapes that the contractor pulls down. It just makes a better connection. So 4, 6, and 8-foot runs. I'm using this because this is what's in your sample case. This is a 2-foot run, just a different special driver here. That's why we use 2 feet on this. But 4, 6, and 8-foot runs. So really to start this, so 1 set of end caps, 1 power feed, which I have on the floor here. Actually, I have it plugged in. And as you guys know, this is what the power feed looks like, right? So the contractor sets his canopies, makes his connection from above, and this is what it looks like. It's a plug and play basically. So that being said, so 2 8-foot runs, 1 set of end cap, 1 power feed, and 1, well we say 2. We like to have the cable, the aircraft cable coming down at each break. So you put one at 8 feet, and then at the end of the run at 16. With the power feed kit, you get a cable, so you don't have to order the third one. So just 2 of them, one set of end caps, and 2 8-foot Miller run fixtures. So in essence, the longer the run, the less money the setup is, because you're only ordering one. You could have a 100-foot run and order 1 power feed, 1 end set, and then as many breaks for the cable, aircraft cable. So that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just I wonder if this is the right one. I may have to get my glasses on this. I got it. So it's already plugged in. So as you can see, I lit it up already. So this is your beginning of run. Contractor would just sit this down. I'm not going to do it now because I wouldn't be able to get it out. Now, if this was the middle of the run, this would come down, the power, and just through the sides. And then you got your power on the other side, right? So that being said, I'm going to take this 4-foot run. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Good. So I'm just going to connect these 2. So I got my 2. Is that better? I got my connection done. Puts it through the side. What I always tell people is this is a gooseneck connection. Just hold this up, because if you try to do it like this, it's not going to work. It's just typical gooseneck. Hold it up. Make your connection. Pull it tight. So there's your first connection. And remember, we already hooked this up, right? So there is, I'm not going to send it into the camera and blind you. So that being said, so say these were 2 8-foot runs. I'm just doing a 2 and a 4 just to make it easier to work on a table here. And then at the very end of the run, I'm going to pull out the wire that was here. Just don't want that to fall, Bill. And what I ended up doing, say this was the end of the run, there's a black end feed. It's not an end feed, it's a black cap. And it comes with the power cord. You want to just cap that, just so no one ever can plug anything into it, especially if you're running an EM. If you're dropping an EM, you're plugging it down. You're sending this back in. And what you're going to do is you're going to just take the contractor's going to take the pins out. This is the end of the run. Just discard the pins and take his end cap. Oh, we never took this off though. All right, so I don't have a screwdriver, guys. So this little clip is the same as over here. That pulls the fixture together. He would take this clip off with a little Phillips head screw, discard it, and then basically put the end cap on. So it's also modular. So that being said, for some reason the contractor had an EM, or they needed a longer run, he would just do what I just did backwards. Just take the plate off the black dead end feed, put another fixture, hook it up, and just continue the run. So if this was the beginning of the run, the contractor could also take this and put it through the top here for the feed here on the top. So that's your energized run. So as you know, they're 4 and 7 watts per foot, either one. About 430 lumens per foot on the 4 and 730 on the 7 watt. Also, I wanted to talk about, again, this is in your sample case. You see where the EM button is? We can do EMs on a direct version also. That being said, if you came to me and said, Nick, I have a direct indirect run, but we want EMs for the direct, we just can't do it physically because you can't get the EM with the driver in such a little body. So anyway, so that's for direct only. This is where the EM button would be. So far, we're good with that, right, guys? So 4, 6, and 8 foot runs will make up any 2 foot increment. So anything after 8 foot, you could do 10 foot, 12, 14, and so on. 4, 6, and 8 will make up any 2 foot increment. So this is really the linear 1.5 without all the bells and whistles, okay? It's the same extrusion. It's just white, 0 to 10 volt only, straight runs only. If you have a lit corner, you have a high lume dimming, anything like that, just go to the linear 1.5. We're talking about, on a direct only, approximately $50 a foot, and with the direct indirect, you're talking about 62. So again, the longer the run, the less money it is. So linear 1.5, I mentioned the same thing with the 2 inch as well. Any questions so far, guys? You guys good?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. what I want to ask too, now that the warmer weather's here and we are going to hopefully start seeing customers, I would like to, Bob, you did it one time with me, and I think Matt Fallon was with us. ECs, GCs, if we can do this kind of a run with them and actually just show them how it goes together, this fixture, and really just no drawings needed, 5-day ship point, and you have to take it apart to install it. Now, the only time you would take this fixture apart to install it, I think I may have shown you guys, is to change the driver. Right, the driver is the weakest link. So in a situation like that, I'll just show you on this fixture. Really, they just remove the lens. There's the board, and this is held up by magnets. This board, so there's 2 magnets on each. Well, this is the 2 foot. On a 4 foot, it'd be 3. So what the contractor is going to do now, when he's up on top of a ladder, he's going to drop this lens, drop the board, and here's the driver. So now, while the contractor's on the ladder, now he can use 2 hands to change out the driver, and he's not playing with these little screws on the board, because obviously he's probably going to drop them. They're very, very tiny. They're going to fall. He's not going to find them. He's not going to be able to put them in correctly again. And then when you do put them in, you'll sometimes maybe over torque them, and if you obviously over torque these, you'll blow out a board that way. So again, real simple, guys. It's the only way. That's what he's doing to take a driver out. Real simple, and that to me is a message to get across to a contractor, because it's real simple that way. So that's the only time you'll take this fixture apart. Like I showed you on the smaller one, it's basically the same thing. There's nothing in here. It's real simple, guys. Real simple how to put this together. So that's the linear 1.5. Again, I said about the 2-inch. It's the same thing. The only thing I didn't mention, guys, on the EM, there's no EM for this. We're just using it for a sample. But we show this as the 0 to 10 wires in here, and also the orange wire. So the orange wire would be for the EM. So it's a real simple hookup. The EM could be dropped any part of the line in whatever run. It would be the 4 and 8 foot fixtures. They're not, EMs are not in the 6 foot version of this. It's only the 4 and 8. So real simple. The thing that makes this unique too is that it's a modular unit, guys. So at any point, if you have to add a fixture, it's real simple. It's just taking this apart, pulling it apart, taking off the connection, and if you want that at an EM right here, you can. With a drop, that would be right in here. So an EM drop. So I think I covered everything on this so far with the EM. Yeah, so the last thing I wanted to show you, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Bill?
Recessed.
Yeah, I wanted to show you the recess. I thought it was something else with this. So I didn't do a very good job marketing this fixture. So this is basically, I showed you guys, but I should have showed you a lot more than just the one time. This is the QuickLine recess. So really this is the groove. It's our groove 4. We're only doing this in the 4-inch because that's our biggest seller in the groove series. So we have a grid version of this, and everything I'm showing you guys, this has been out for a while. This is all online. We have a grid version and we have a sheetrock version. This is actually the sheetrock version, but the grid version, let me tell you first, is a fixture that you just drop in, and it gets connected through the top. So there's nothing in here really. We're just showing you no wiring, no driver here. It would just get wired from the top, the same as this would be. And then from there, there's jumper cables, because we use jumper cables because it's not from the inside on the grid version, because this gets dropped in between the grid. So the difference between the Groove 4 and the QuickLine 4 is if you're in a grid ceiling, it doesn't cut across the grid. So it's just a poor man's slot type fixture where you just drop between grids and you use jumper cables. And the jumper cables you order through us, they're 6, I think, no, they're 12 inches long on the jumper cables. But you don't have to take the fixture apart. The only fixture you take apart is this one, which is the sheetrock version. So, so really, let me try to see if I can do this. It's the same theory as the QuickLine, only just recessed. So what you're doing, let me see, and also with the board, it's the same thing. It's magnetic. So same thing with the driver. You have to pull the board out. So really, the The buckles are on the sides, and you're just going to, once I do this, I'll show you. You put it together like that, so the buckles are right on the insides. So it's the same thing as the QuickLine, how it goes together, and the only thing is you have to take this apart because the wiring is basically inside, and you'd have to pull the cap off, and everything goes from inside. So this is the QuickLine 4, same thing, no drawings, 5-day ship point from Oakland, New Jersey, you do have to take this one apart. The grid one, you do not have to take it apart.
Light leak on the end cap.
Yeah, so I talked about this, about the light leak, guys. This is important because, as you know, Boston mimics New York and the big cities, Chicago. Designers do not like light leaks on the end of their fixtures. This is really, really important. And again, I stress this because when you put the fixture together, this does a great job of cutting down any kind of light leak. Even if the contractor doesn't have this set right, this does a great job. And also the double-sided tape, like I explained. Pull that off and just let it fit real tight. So again, the longer the fixture, the less money it is because you're just ordering individual runs, middle of runs, not like the linear with the beginning, middle, and end of runs. I don't know if I missed anything. Guys, I think I covered everything. I would love to do, we can do this at any time with your designers if they're, obviously they're still not feeling comfortable to come in, but we're doing it in front of the QuickLine booth. I could do it with Solus, I could do it with Slots and Dots, I could do it with Aris, anything you want to do. Take a look at that video that I sent, the showroom tour, because you're going to be impressed when you see this. I always explain to you guys, it's all vignettes. So we could do this from our showroom virtually, but I'd like for you guys, whenever you can, to come down here.
Yeah, Nick, just to interrupt you real quick. So the sales team's getting together this week, and Colin can kind of give you a little input on this too, to just really game plan for the summer and how active we're going to be with our face-to-face interactions. There was an announcement made by the city of Boston that things are going to be opened up this weekend. So it'll be a telling time, the next week or so as to what opening up actually means for us and get in front of the customers more often. So I know you've been itching to get up here, and we'd love to have you up here. It's just we haven't been able to really get into people's offices much at all. So I think in the coming weeks we'll have a better idea of what that's going to consist of, because we were taken by surprise that this announcement that the city's opening up this weekend, where it was going to be August last month. So that's great, but we got to see what that actually consists of.
No, I understand, and we're same thing here in New York. I mean, even though it's opening up, there's a lot of offices that a lot of people aren't coming in. It's only a certain amount of people who want to who feel comfortable coming in. But I am starting to actually get appointments. It's working pretty well. I'm fully vaccinated. I'm sure a lot of people are fully vaccinated now. But whatever I need to do, but I want to do something different. This is why Bill really did a great job in setting this up, because it's not just your typical Zoom call with slides in front of you. So we can do whatever your customer likes. Again, we can do it in front of vignette. We can do it like an instant. We can do this kind of thing, or just talk technically.
Yeah.
But,
and I think the next phase of this is what we discussed, you and Colin, that we're going to roll this out to a group of contractors via Zoom in the next couple weeks to do kind of 20-minute pitches with distributors and contractors to target them. And we'll definitely do that. So I'll get together with you to get that scheduled.
Yep.
I think it might be a little preliminary to schedule calls face-to-face with people, but I definitely think we can get an audience, for a day or two with just 20-minute presentations on the QuickLine to that distribution and contractor group.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love, like what you did, Bob. It was great. I know it was inside. I'm thinking now the weather's nice. You have to just really rely on the weather, nice weather, to do it outside, especially with what's going on now. But whatever you guys need to do, we could do an ice cream social. We can rent an ice cream truck and have them come there, our lunch. But something different would work. And congrats to your Boston Bruins, man.